So whatever excuse you give yourself is the same reason why I go.
Gainz, I get the gains. Gainz Bros, I'm getting gains. Yeah, I'm getting gains. I get gains. My stain on the cane. I feel no pain. No excuses, get in the game. Yeah, I'm getting gains. Yeah, I'm getting gains. Ay, yeah, I get the gains. Yeah, get in the game. Gainz Bros.
Welcome to GFTS, where we get fit and talk shit. And this is our first episode where we're not live, so I'm sure there's at least 2 or 3 people thinking that we didn't get our game today. But that's not true. We're going to get our games. And the topic today is shit happens, and life is a roll of the dice, and that's the work that we're going to do. Double O is going to roll the dice, and we're going to do push-ups, dips, squats, lunges, burpees, and whatever number it is, it's a roll of the dice, and shit happens. We're just going to do it. How you feeling?
And we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to roll with the dice. Life's a crapshoot, right? And today we're going to roll the dice and see what happens. But we're going to get it in.
Yeah. Shout out to Aldo doing 1,000 pull-ups. I didn't get to watch the video yet. It dropped today. And shout out to Double O with the new rack. So I guess it's a cheap endorsement, a free ad for them because that rack is fire, bro.
Yeah.
I'm stoked, man. I am stoked.
Yeah.
So
we're going to make some gains on that rack.
Man.
Still messing with the layout of the Gainz station out here. I might have to, Gusto already pointed out, I might have to get rid of the piece of comfort equipment back there. There's no more room for it.
Yeah. Hey, oh, and Derek, what'd you do with that? What'd you do with the wooden rack?
Oh yeah.
Then yeah, I passed it on to one of my buddies who has
Oh,
been
nice.
looking forever too, and he's even more frugal than me. So
Okay. So it worked out. Yeah.
I was stoked to help him out. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Because I'll be honest with you, that seemed like it's a pretty solid rack the way you built that. You built that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was starting to get to a weight where it was getting me a little bit nervous, not for it holding, but the way I had it secured into the bench, I could have made some tweaks. The reason I didn't was the squat portion, which I started using a little bit more here, needed a lot of rework. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I put in 3 years of garage work. It was time for, it was a justifiable upgrade.
Absolutely. Nice.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. That's a good reminder to everybody. If you don't have certain things, you can make certain things work. And Derek did that. He didn't have a rack. He wanted a rack. He built it.
Yeah.
And it worked out. It was pretty dope. He was even doing straight bar dips with it.
Oh, yeah.
It was functional. How long did you have it?
I think like 3 years. I built it pretty much like early on in the pandemic. And it was freaking scrap lumber. I used scrap lumber I had around the house. So yeah, you can definitely, I say that a lot. Use what you got. Aldo says it too. The world is a playground. So
Hey man, piece of floor, man. And it matches the shirt. That makes it even doper. Look at that. Oh, man.
He's getting color coordinated gains.
Man. Shout out to everyone, man. Thank you for being here. We're not live today, but hey, the game's still going and we're gonna still record it, man. It's gonna just into a transition, evolution. We're gonna see where this is gonna take us, man. Maybe for good, maybe for bad. Maybe we come back to the life. We don't know, but we're gonna give it a try, man. Just a life is, hey, how they say life is a gamble. That's just 1,000% real. Sometimes you gotta gamble and dive into new things, man. New endeavors, right?
Yep.
Then you find out about yourself, man. Either you're too weak for that still, or you're right on point, right?
Yep.
Shout out to everyone, man. My brothers and the brothers on the other side of the camera.
Well, shout out to the live. I don't know what our streak was, but our streak was if not longer than, it was very close to a year of every Sunday, at least 2 of us was at it. You know, like it was great, and the live served its purpose. But obviously, we're trying to move into a direction where we just have a better. It just improves. Just why not try to make things better, right? And we'll see if it works out or not. You know, but shout out to everybody that always joined us on the live. You really kept us going. I personally, I'll speak for myself. The benefit of the live was, you know, the discipline, the accountability, that sense of purpose, you know, that you never know what's going to happen, the camaraderie and brotherhood, we all doing it together. It really formed a great, strong bond and relationship, a lot of trust. It just served a lot of benefits for me personally. So thank you, gentlemen, for always being there and a strong positive influence in my life. And shout out to all of the people that be in the comments or anybody who receives any value from whatever we did put out, because we do appreciate it and it keeps us going on, man. So thank everybody.
For real.
Well said, Gusto. Well said.
Yep.
Well said, man. Yeah, that's true, man. That was a long street, man, and that was a lot of regulars. That's I'm very grateful, man. I don't even know what day we're gonna be dropping this, but whatever day it is, man, hopefully they get to see this. And same thing, man. Thank you so much. That shit, it means a lot, man, to have like you said, building this relationship. Some people that don't even comment, man, you know, they're right there, and then that's just powerful. Thank you.
Just the fact that they're there watching, and like Gus said, if they get something out of it, it makes it all worth it, you know. So,
Agreed.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I'd say put in some comments about thoughts on the previous lives and what your thoughts are on this new format. Give us a little bit of space though to put some polish on this new format, because like we've said, it's going to be a learning process. But tell us what you thought about the lives versus going forward with the format.
True. I think we can add more value because it's still going to be the same organic experience. We're not going to be, if we mess up, you're going to see it. We know we don't care. You know? If we say something that maybe we want to renege on later, we'll just apologize. Life goes on. Shit happens. So, buy-in, 25 push-ups, because that don't change.
Man. Man, that don't change, man. The workout is still got to be the workout.
And hopefully those that watch us at home, you get your 25 push-up and 2 feet in too. Why not?
Woo.
That works.
Man, I say it again, man. That first fucking set. Dude.
That first one always burns.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like I said, that first beer always used to go down like razor blades. But by number 2 and 3, like a milkshake, nice and smooth. And that's when it started getting ugly.
That's the problem right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the workout, can somebody explain it though? This is gonna be the workout. This is gonna be fun, man. I'm excited for this.
So it's going to be a roll of the dice. With each roll, that's going to give us the number that we're going to do for the exercise, and the exercise sequence is going to be dips, squats, and then we'll do push-ups, then we'll do lunges, and we'll finish up with burpees. And like I said, the roll of the dice will give us the rep count for each set that we do.
Show us the dice.
Here's our die. We got a 20-sider, 1 to 20.
That's the dice. That's the dice of death. That's the die.
The dice of death.
Cast the die. Cast the die.
All right, so we're starting off really brutal with 1.
Man.
I didn't see the roll. You rolled it on camera?
I did, but it rolled off.
All right. 1.
One dip.
One dip.
Let's just go, yeah.
No.
Ah, man. I'm sorry,
Okay, we're
man.
going right into it with the squats.
One squat, a roll. You got to roll.
No. We got to roll.
I'm gonna just roll over here.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
try
Okay.
the roll.
You know I'm not gonna mix stuff up. 3. Wow.
3.
1.
Oh, squat.
All right, well, that's a warm up.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice warm up. I got a feeling this is gonna get crazy real soon.
That's good. 1.
What are we doing?
One push up. One push up.
Oh, one push up. One push up. Okay.
Lunge next.
400 burpees.
9 lunges.
Okay. Now that's not, guys. That's 9 with each leg. So you're doing a total of 18 lunges.
18.
9 and 9.
18.
9 and 9.
Not real.
Shouldn't each leg get a separate roll?
All right, 18. Okay. Blood start pumping. Shit start happening.
That's a real one. And of course,
Don't tell me it's 20. It's 20, right?
15.
Of course. Of course.
Of course.
All right, I gotta do them here, maybe. Yeah, there. Okay.
Hello.
I told you it was gonna get real soon. Just like how life gets soon. Get real soon, man. Hey, this topic of shit happens. Applied this week in my life so hard, bro. And then I wanna give thanks to Gus because he noticed that with the quickness. So he kind of saved me from look as like if I was trying to put something else that wasn't it, right? So from what the workout, from being distracted, from being Gainz drunk, I look at my counter wrongly. And I'm out here all excited, man, and very proud of myself, right? That I took this win with this 1,000 pull-ups when it wasn't even the number I thought it was, man. It was a lower number. And for a minute, man, you know, my heart got broken. But at the end of the day, man, really, if I think about it, and I be more, how can you say, smarter about it, that number that I did was good. Was good for me because, I mean, it was really close to what my goal was. And at first, man, it took, like, I was feeling wrong because at first I thought I had a different number, man, and I felt like a failure. That's what it is. I felt like I failed, right? Because it didn't get the number, and that was my goal, was to either fail, where I'm cramped up, I can do no more, or to get the 1,000. and I didn't accomplish either or. So I was really in my feelings about that, man. But if I really give it the positive side of things, 9/11 was an okay number, right?
Well, you know, like I said, it goes back to what we say all the time. Every one of us is our own worst critic. But, and Aldo, you do this all the time. I mean, you do these, like, not think about it. You're looking at 911 pull-ups and saying, you know, hey, I felt bad because I only did 911. I mean,
900.
Yeah. In a day, in a couple of hours. Like, you know, the average person walking the street hasn't done 900 pull-ups in their life. And you're looking at 900 pull-ups in an afternoon as, oh man, I felt bad about myself because that's all I did. So, I mean, salute to you, brother, because, and then you came back 2 days later and you crushed it again. So no failure there.
Thank you.
Definitely no failure.
But what really I want to bring on, man, is that when shit happens, bro, we gotta be fuck, I don't have the word for this. Maybe you guys can help me.
Adaptable.
But me, huh?
Adaptable.
Okay.
That's one. Like, all right,
you know,
so,
like,
yeah, go.
well, that was a bad situation for me, but tell me about it, Osiris, because I can't find that word.
I think that might not be your word, but that's the first word that comes to my mind. Like, okay, so that didn't work that day. Let me adapt. Even though it's a failure in your mind, and I think Vinny said it perfect. Let me adjust and come back to it, and you know, keep fighting for the goal. Maybe you don't even make it the next time. Maybe you get to 950 the next time. Adapt, come back to it, and keep chasing that goal. I mean, you the fact that you turned around in 2 days and did it again, man, that's just monstrous. Shout out to you. That's so huge.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And man, I learned it from you guys, man. You guys inspire me much. You know, that's really cool to see you guys. I'll say it again. See you guys do the thing and make a good example, man. You guys making a great example so much that inspires me. So I appreciate that.
Well, you know, that's the thing. You know, everybody looks at somebody who's doing this and you go, well, how do you get motivated? How do you know, that's like the biggest question. Or how do you stay motivated? Well, again, the motivation is inside, comes from you. No, but I don't think anybody on the outside can motivate you. You can be inspired by watching somebody else. I'm certainly inspired watching you guys. Like I told you, Aldo, like you with the Navy SEALs. And it was the same thing. You know, you cramped up on it. You said, oh, I didn't prepare the right way. And like Derek said, you adapted for the next time. Okay, well, next time I got to make sure I rest. I do this. Boom, you knocked it out. Like Gus, 1,000 push-ups and, you know, how many times has he done the Wingate set with weight, without weight, with extra weight? You know, now I want to do 50 pounds. You know, I watched Derek on a Friday night. 400, yeah, who could forget that one, right? And, you know, and then I watched Derek, and here's this guy in his garage on a Friday night, and what's he doing? He's getting gained. And I said to myself, you know what? I haven't been on a bench in a long time. And I had the bench right here in my garage. I used to bench pretty regularly. So I'm watching Derek. I'm like, let me get back on that bench and let me do a couple of sets. So, you know, you got to, you know, you watch everybody and you get ideas from different people. And that's the kind of stuff that keeps you moving. It's because then you don't become stagnant. You're always trying something different and you're trying to push yourself. You know, like a friend of mine that I work out with, he was working on doing 20 push-ups every minute on the minute. So he started out with like 14, then he went to 16, and then he was kind of stuck at 18. And I did last week, I think, or whenever it was, I did that quick video to 10 minutes where I did 10 push-ups and 20 push-ups, 20 squats every minute on a minute. So then 2 days later, he sends me a text and he's like, hey, guess what I just did? I was able to do the 20 push-ups every minute on a minute. And I said, that's good. And he goes, yeah, you know what? I was watching your video and I'm saying, if he's doing 20 push-ups and 20 squats, I could at least do the 20 push-ups.
Right.
and it got him off his ass to do it. So, and he, you know what I'm saying? So just like he watches people, I watch people, you guys watch people, and we all inspire each other and learn from each other and get different ideas from everybody, you know? So.
Love it, man.
Well,
Round two.
hold on. I want to just add some context to what Aldo's experience was for those who didn't watch it. So he had did 1,160 pull-ups in 1 hour and 58 minutes, right? And I know he was feeling such, like, that's amazing, and that joy. I was super excited.
Oh shit! Check that out. 1,160. Can't lie. There's the time. There's the time right there. Right there. But can't lie. There's the time. There's the time right there. Right there. But I love you. 1,160. Bam. Fucking rub it on your face again.
That he got Gainz drunk, and it was a combination of a lot of circumstances happening at once. He got distracted because a gentleman was talking to you, and you were engaging with him, even though you were still trying to maintain what you were doing. So that was that one thing. The second thing is you had left the clicker in your pocket so that you didn't have to keep count, which was smart because that's how you kept going. So you legitimately had no idea where you could have been, right? But you know that you were close because it was just about to hit that 2 hour goal that you were setting for. It was an hour and 58 minutes. So it was time to look to see where you were at after having went through a stretch of hardly any rest of doing pull-ups, probably for over a half hour, right? And then you had to take a piss.
To do after that, but I gotta go pee after that though.
We're gonna go get the bladder checked. You don't have to take a piss during the workout, but you have to go take a piss. So then when you finally looked, it did say 1,160, and you showed the camera. It was 1,160 pull-ups, but the fucking clicker was upside down. That's why you got 1,160. So when you turned it around, it was 9/11 when you turned it around. Oh my God. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry at that moment. It was just like, you know, like shit happens. It was just one of the things that could have happened to anybody when you're Gainz drunk, when you're in the zone, when you're distracted, when you're trying to rush to go do something else. It all happened so fast, but it was hilarious. But the biggest take from that is whether you knew or you didn't know, it did not change the result of the hard work. That was already done and cemented in stone. Whether you were right, whether you were wrong, whether it was good, whether it was bad, the work was done. So that arbitrary value of that number really only means something to your brain, you know, because and that in itself has merit, and it's important because it's nice to feel like, yo, yeah, I did 1,160 in 2 hours, bro. Mm-hmm. That gives you so much confidence, right? Yeah. And then to find out you did it just sucks the life out of you. Like, damn, oh my God. You know, and then you're embarrassed because you're on camera. 1,160, bro.
Exactly.
So it was fun, but it was definitely a good learning experience for everybody. And I don't want you to beat yourself up because shit happens. It just happens. But the work, the value that you got from the actual work itself, doesn't matter what that number was. But then you come back 2 days later and you get the 1,000 because it meant so much to you mentally and spiritually, and just, you know, your soul to putting out something that was untrue because you're advertising it as I did 1,160, and now you know that you didn't, and you couldn't live with that, which is admirable and commendable because somebody else, who's gonna really notice? Probably only the people in this room right now would have noticed, you know? But it didn't matter who would notice because you knew the truth, and you stood on the truth, and then you came back and did it. And what sucks is, I bet you if you did know the count when you were doing it, you could have got 1,160 because you were still powerful, you were still strong, you still had energy. So it wasn't about not being able to do it. It was just unfortunate circumstances because shit happened. That's all.
And see that his mindset, Gus, Aldo's mindset is a lot like if you watch Brother Derek channel at Sun Magnetic, right? When he does he was doing 100, he's doing, I think, still 100 burpees a day. Life got in the way with him. He missed a day. He missed another day. And what did he do? I pay what I owe. He went to the park that day and he did 300 burpees that day, right? And he said, and at the end of the day, like nobody else is going to say to him, well, you didn't do your burpees, but in his mind, he knows this is what I'm setting out to do. I'm setting out to do these burpees. And if I didn't do them yesterday and I didn't do them the day before, I'm going to do them today. Right. And Aldo went to that gym that day saying, I'm going to do 1,000 pull-ups. And that was in his mind. That was his goal. That's what I'm setting out to do. And, at the end of the day, he kind of got like, remember Wide World of Sports, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Yes.
So Aldo was like, 1160, it's the thrill of victory. Turns it up, the agony of defeat. So, but it, like I said earlier, that 911 fucking pull-ups isn't a defeat for anybody by any stretch of the imagination. But Aldo held it in his mind that I didn't set out to do. That morning, I didn't go there to do 911. I went there to do 1,000. So I'm going to do 1,000. And what did he do? He got up 2 days later. He went to that fucking gym and he did his 1,000. He got it in.
Man. Yeah, and
he paid, like I said, going back to Brother Derek, I pay what I owe. Derek, you don't owe anybody anything, but I owe it to myself because that's what I set out to do. Aldo went back to that gym and he paid what he owed to himself, and now it sits right with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
yeah, and that's the yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you, brothers, and that's the thing for our lives too, man. Sometimes we set these goals in our lives, and shit happens, and things go on your way, and you're like, fuck, you know what? Maybe I just gonna let this goal go, and fuck it. It's more so then that people don't see you when it's for your life, right?
Right.
Yep.
And you're like, I said I was gonna whatever, pay this debt or whatever the fuck. And then you're like, well, maybe not. I'm gonna just go do this, buy these things, and spend the money that I had saved for this debt. Saving money, investing, whatever. So many things that can be applied with this principle. It's a simple principle,
Yeah.
But
Navy SEALs.
Navy SEALs, yeah. Anything, man. That's
You got still owe.
Thanks for the friendly reminder.
He's gonna wake up tomorrow and go at him. But that's just to, man. Shit's always gonna happen, man. Bro, Derek, he shout out to his grandma. He was he's getting through his home repair. Fuck, man, that sucks.
That's a lot of shit happening.
Yeah, just a lot of shit happening. And sometimes it feels like one shit happens after the other, and you're like getting, punched, double jab and stuff, So
yeah.
But that just to know that is normal in life. So you're gonna have another opportunity. 2 days for me, it was 2 days after. I wanted to go the next day, but I know that was not a good idea.
No.
but
no.
That's
you gotta pick and choose. You gotta pick and choose your battles. You gotta pick and choose your battles.
Exactly, and that's a mentality that it's not mine, man. That shit is. It's everywhere. It's on the Bible, on different books. Different people talk about it, and that's that mentality that when shit happens, you keep moving forward through the shit. Stepping on, you get out of the shit, wipe your shoe off, and make another step.
There you go. That sums it all up. Clean that shit off your shoe and keep moving.
Keep moving, baby. Keep moving, baby. That's it, man.
All right, Derek, give us a roll.
Ready. 14. There we go.
Ooh, there you go.
14 dips.
Yep.
Ooh.
That hits.
Squats up next.
11.
Okay. All right.
1.
One push-up?
1 push-up.
Oh, one push-up.
All right, let's do 10. Let's do 10. Make it a 10.
Roger.
Keep changing the rules? No,
Yeah.
don't play them games when it comes to one burpee.
Shit happens. 13 lunges.
13. So
13. So that's 26. 13 on each leg.
Oh man. Ugh. Ugh.
You know,
Oh, man.
the next one's a 20.
Huh?
You know the next roll is a 20.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt.
Yeah, you see. Oh, you don't even say it. Oh, don't even say it. I see your facial expression. I heard your grimace.
No,
What?
look.
What?
The 1.
Oh, Jesus.
10.
Well, let's make it a 10. Make it a 10.
10. 10. 10. That's the curse. Oh man.
So that's the rule, 1 to 10.
Yeah.
All right, I can live with that.
Everything else will keep the same, but a 1 will be a 10.
All right. Keep rolling.
That's like joking.
Yep.
Wow.
17.
17.
Oh, boy.
17 dips.
17 dips.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right.
I'm burned.
17 squats.
Okay. Ah, 17.
Here we go.
All right. All right.
Big numbers now. 18.
Push up?
18 pushes.
All right. Yeah.
Train keeps
All right.
rolling. Shit, 19.
19
Oh,
Woo!
okay.
Leg 6.
38, guys. 38.
Whoa! That burn. Ah.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You feel your quads?
Yep. I feel it.
Oh, yeah.
Whew.
2?
Ah.
2.
2 burpees.
Okay, we'll take that.
We'll take it.
Oh, man.
I'll
I
take
was
that
just
one.
about to mute you, old dog. Before you had any idea.
Hey, why did his screen just go black? I can't hear him and see him anymore. Oh, what a shame.
Oh, man.
All right, good set. Good set.
That is.
Those lunges.
Yeah. Shit happened.
Shit happens, man. Fuck. It's so hard to be okay with shit, man. You know, especially when you have high standards on your life.
Yeah.
It's so fucking hard to be okay when shit happens and there's nothing that you can do in your control. But one thing I love that Gus said all the time. He's like, man, sometimes doing nothing is the best thing to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just sit on that shit for a little bit, you know?
Struggle with that.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
if you're in the ocean and the current is pulling you, your highest rate of survival is to do nothing.
Good point.
Right.
So sometimes
Yeah,
that's what
that's
life is. Life is waves. So sometimes them waves bring a current. Just do nothing until you can swim, bro. Do nothing.
Yeah. That's a good analogy. Yep. Just lay back, regroup, just go with the flow a little bit, and then do what you got to do. That's a good analogy.
Recover and then swim hard back.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Aldo, I had a thought about your twice in a week major pull-up routines. You've also set another bar inadvertently of 2,000 pulls in a week. So you have to break that one now too.
Oh, shit. I never thought about that.
No, I disagree.
No? Disagree?
No.
What do you mean?
Because he did that in 3 days.
I was going to try and give him a little break, but you're right.
So you're just giving someone 4 extra days to do what he accomplished in 3 days. 3 days.
Let me share some with you, man. I got to share something with you, okay? During the maybe 300 or 400 on the second time, I start getting a lot of fears, man, because shit start hurting, right? You fucking join. Gus knows. I mean, all you know. You fucking do these massive workouts, but my shit start hurting, man, and fear came into my being. Fuck, man, this shit's hurting. But but then also at the same time, I'm like, you know what? After today, I'm gonna know something new about myself. With 2,000 pull-ups in 3 days. So I was like, I had to make a decision there on like, okay, I'm gonna stay on this, focusing on these pull-ups, or I'm gonna stay focusing on this pain that's going in through my body right now. And I'm glad I chose the number 2, the B option. I'm gonna focus on these pull-ups, and that's it. See what happens. When shit happens, you still focus on the goal.
Yep.
Whatever you're going,
Right.
shit happens, you still focus on the goal. All right, fuck, I gotta reach my goal.
Well
And
said.
that goes back to what Osiris always says, which is do what you can
Yep.
Mhm.
while you can.
Yep.
And
Right.
in that case, it was one rep at a time, one set at a time. And that's it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Every set, what you can.
Now, Aldo, when you were doing that and you were at that 200 and 300 point, you started getting the pain. Where was it? Like on the inside of your elbow, or
I mean, it was here.
the forearm?
It was the bicep. I mean, the elbow. I felt like in my bones. I was
Joints.
growing. You know, I was like in my bones right here. I'm like, oh shit. But
Yeah.
you know, but I see.
I know.
I try to. You know, I was like, I'm growing though right now. I had to like fight the fears, man, because I'm telling you, man, I to a point where like, oh fuck, should I stop right now? Because a lot of times we said that to ourselves, right? That you going through some things, and oh man, I should stop right now. You know, I'm gonna go broke if I keep doing this shit. You know.
And you think that the fact that you kept moving, either number one, the pain just subsided on its own, or you got in the zone and weren't thinking about it. You know what I mean? And just kept moving. Do you think that that's what happened? Just the fact that you like, I'm just going to keep going. Like you said, either till I get to 1,000 or till I lock up, or you know what I mean? Or I just cramp up and I can't go anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you just overcame that pain and kept going. But did you get to a point where you didn't feel it anymore, or did you still feel it throughout and said 500, 600, I feel it, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, it's that bad mode. Gus explained it real well.
And muscle up bot mode. Like burpee bot mode. Now I'm on machine time. I don't feel nothing. I don't feel tired. I don't feel sore. I don't feel anything. I feel numb.
You can explain it again, bro, but he explained it so well. He said, just how you said it, that's exactly how this long routines are, where you, man, it hurts. You know, you reach to a point where it hurts, but then it's a point where somehow it like the pain goes away and you go into this bot mode, right?
Yeah.
And then that's it. You gotta write that for a long time. You gotta do your best to write that, whatever mental you breathe in your, you know, the way you do the reps, you just write that for a long time, and then bam, you crash again.
Yep.
Right.
And then, you know, then you fight in pain and you fight in adversity. And then you kind of like, bam, go up again for a little bit, you know. And yeah, Gus, you explained that shit so good, Gus. I was like, oh man, it's like in real right there.
I was Gainz drunk.
That's it. That sums it up. That sums it up. Aldo? So what's the psychology behind 1,000 pull-ups, Gus? You just Gainz drunk. Don't worry about it. just keep going. You'll get Gainz drunk and everything will be good. You'll feel good. Don't worry about it.
But that's it. It's true. Same thing. Like, remember when you did the 1,500 dips? Then you get to a point where you were just like, you know, I don't know how to feel anymore. Like,
it's almost like it's almost like a numbness or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's the same thing. But those first 100 or 2, you're like, oh my God, I'm not going to get to anywhere near 1,500. Now we're at 800, 900, 1,000, and it's just almost like you're in the zone, and it really is like almost just like a numbness. Like even though you're hurting, it's like you don't even feel it. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a beautiful feeling.
It really is. It really is. It's unless you do it, you can't even explain it to somebody. You know what I mean?
Like, right word, cathartic?
In a sense, yeah. Any type of exercise can be cathartic. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, that exhaustion, you are releasing
So much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that. I believe that 110%, no doubt.
I agree.
No doubt. That's why I keep exercise like as such a big part of my life. Because of that, just for that fact, Gus, because it is in so many different ways, man. You just get lost in yourself, and you know, where somebody else and where I used to go get drunk, or you know what I mean, or some people turn to drugs. I turn to exercise, and that's why I keep it in my life, and that's why I'm never going to stop it, because it just makes me feel as much as it hurts, as much as my heart wants to jump out of my chest when I'm doing some of this stuff, when it's over, or like when you get to the end, that sense of accomplishment, that sense of relief, and just that, and everything's released, and you just feel so good, and then can't wait to go do it again, and it still hurts when you start again, but at the end, you got that same feeling, that same good feeling. So that's why I'll never get rid of it. And that's why I try to encourage people to do it. But it's a tough sell with a lot of people. It's a lot easier to go get drunk. It's a lot easier to just medicate yourself. It's a lot easier just to do drugs and forget about shit temporarily, you know? So, but with exercise, you got the added benefit of, you're keeping your body, you're feeling good, you're getting strong, you're looking good. And that whole thing. Whereas if you take the booze and the medication and the drug side, you may get the temporary relief from what you're trying to escape, but you're destroying your body at the same time, and it's going to lead to more problems down the line. So exercise is where it's at as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, Vin, tell me if you can relate to this. As far as drinking goes, I think one of the huge difference between dealing with shit through exercise versus drinking is when you go get numb or distracted, or insert whichever word works for you, via drugs or alcohol, the next day or later on that day, you're still stuck in the same spot with whatever issue it was that was pushing you to do that. Versus when I exercise, at least in some way, I'm working through whatever stress is driving me to do that. So I'm releasing a little bit of the emotional attachment, a little bit of the actual like physical stresses, and then maybe even in working out, having some thought process on potentially a problem. Can you relate to that? Can you see that? Like there's
I can relate to every point you just brought up. Every single point you brought up is spot on. When you talk about, if you do the medication and the booze and you're trying to escape the stresses in your life, when you wake up with the hangover, you still have the exact same stresses. You didn't fix anything, but now you got the stress of a fucking hangover, where you're going to lay on the couch and you're going to eat some shit. Because what's the best thing to do with a hangover? Just eat some fucking fast food, some greasy food, and just lay there like a lump of shit, which I did many times. You know what I mean? But to your point, Derek, when you're doing the exercise, now you're thinking and maybe some solutions will pop into your mind. But even if they don't, even if you still have to face those stresses, you just feel better about yourself. You feel stronger. You feel it changes your whole psyche. Like, okay, I could fuck with this now. Like, all right, I could meet these problems head on, and I could deal with them because I feel good. I feel strong. But if you wake up the next day, you didn't accomplish anything. You just fucked yourself up even more. Because now you feel like shit physically, and you're like, oh man, I still got to deal with this bullshit. But I'm so fucked up. My head hurts and this and that. You know what I mean? So yeah, everything you said was 100% spot on.
For me, and this is what I would offer anybody who deals with their life or uses alcohol as their form of therapy. If you drink, right, and you get drunk, you cannot work out after, right?
No.
You're fucking drunk. You're probably going to kill yourself. However, if you work out first, you can still get drunk after. But if you turn to that lifestyle of working out first and then drinking after, you will progressively drink less and less and less because you're going to see the negative impact and how it's hindering that other option that you've been using in working out and receiving the benefits of that, even if you're canceling them out drinking, because the drinking is just, that's for your spirit, right? That's why it's called spirit. You're using it to insert and cast out feelings and emotions, which you're going to notice that after having worked out, especially hard, your emotions and feelings are going to be vastly different than it would have been when you start drinking after. And over time, I think you'll drink less and less and less and less and work out more and more and more and more. But you can't drink first. So try working out first. That's what I think. Because I think that's exactly what happened to me. I think it got to the point where now the toxicity of drinking is just negatively impacting the therapy I give myself through fitness. That's it.
That was
Well,
when I started this whole thing. It's no beer before burpees. So
that's a good rule. That's a good rule, Derek.
Seems obvious.
No beer before.
Say it.
And so put that up on your wall. NBBB. NBBB. Derek, what does that mean? No beer before burpees. But Gus, to your point, it's the same principle with food. If you're eating like a shitty diet, and you're trying to you work out first and then you go eat the shitty food, you're like, man, I did all that hard work and now I'm fucking it up with this food. So that may push you into where, all right, I'm going to try and eat a little bit better. And like you said, it's not going to happen in one day, but over the course of time, if you keep that exercise a part of your routine, you're going to start seeing, listen, I'm doing all this hard work with the exercise, and then I'm fucking negating it, or I'm going in reverse with the food and the booze and whatever else, the drugs or whatever. So hopefully that a lot of some people that'll help them in that sense. So
I guess I would phrase it like people want to be fit and healthy, right? And I'll compare it to people that are overweight, right? It's like saying, and Aldo have always said this, so maybe I won't use that. I'll compare it to Aldo and your pull-ups, right? I don't do 1,000 pull-ups to become strong. I become strong to do 1,000 pull-ups, right? Like I don't work out. I don't work out to not be fat. I'm not fat because I work out. Like that's the lens in which I look at things. Like I wish I was an alcoholic, but I'm just not. I'm not an alcoholic, right? So, and I'm not. It's not because I don't want to be. It's because I don't drink enough. I choose not to drink because I choose to do something else, right? And which is to be strong and happy, really. Because I don't come out of being drunk and Taco Bell happy. I go to sleep feeling bad about myself, and I wake up feeling worse about my workout, and I just tired of that feeling.
Sick and tired of feeling sick and tired.
That's it.
Yeah. But we got 7 minutes. We got another round.
All right. Yeah, let's get another round and roll those dice.
All right.
Come on, big numbers. 5.
5. Okay.
5 dips.
Oh, they'll come on the burpees. Watch.
There we go. 19
squats.
19 squats. I love squats.
I can't.
15 push-ups.
15.
favorite lunge number, 18.
18.
Oh
so
boy,
that's
36.
Dang.
36.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's a burner.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. 3.
Let's make that 300. No,
Yeah, you know now my screen's about to go black. 300.
3.
All right, let's make it 10. Finish with a 10. Finish with a 10.
All right, 3.
Shout out to our first pre-recorded episode. GFTS. Yeah, talking shit. Let's see how it goes. I hope people do hit us up and tell us what they think of the difference. We do appreciate the live. I'm sure if we know we're going to run a marathon, we'll go live. But we're just trying to give you guys the best we can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to you, Gusto, for coming up with this new idea.
Without though, you
And
know,
although I love learning new stuff, so
and we all discussed it, so it's our idea.
well, I appreciate you bringing it to me and to us, because I enjoy learning, and so this is an opportunity to learn some more.
Good stuff.
Definitely, man. That's
Good stuff.
let's see what comes out of this, man. And for the people that watch it, man, just whatever you think we can do in the comments to improve, man, please put it down there and see where this takes us, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to our full body workout without pull-ups,
Yep.
which was nice.
Hey, I thought of one thing I wanted to say.
Okay.
One of the reasons that I love this workout with you guys is we do a huge range of effort while enjoying the community. And so what comes to my mind is this is an excellent example of you don't always have to destroy yourself in a workout to reap the benefits. You could go at a reasonable pace with your community. Create a little community. Maybe it's just yourself, but set a pace. You can set a pace and just get some work done in a day and enjoy it. And it doesn't have to destroy you. You could just spend this hour in a beneficial way. So
Right.
thank you guys.
No, exactly.
Well said. Well said. That's
Well said.
It's very good.
Because I think a lot of, as much as like Aldo's and Gus's, 400 muscle ups and 1,000 pull ups, and that is inspiring, and it certainly inspires me to do it. But there are a lot of people that maybe they haven't even started their journey yet. They want to start their journey, and they'll turn on one of those videos and go, fuck, I can't do 1,000 pull-ups. You know what I mean? But if they see something reasonable, okay, I could do like, 5 or 10 push-ups. I could do a couple of burpees. I could do a couple of squats. And then hopefully it'll snowball for people. You know what I mean? Like you said, Derek, it's more manageable. They could, okay, I'm going to dedicate just an hour. It doesn't have to be as impressive as this stuff is. It doesn't have to be 1,000 pull-ups. It could be 10 pull-ups, depending on where you're at.
You see, if you're intimidated by watching Aldo do 1,000 pull-ups, you got to keep in mind, look at the other stuff he does to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He did little Ricky Dink reps too. Because it matters and it counts and it takes you to where you got to be.
Right.
That's it.
Right. You crawl, then you walk.
I started
then
with
you
10
run.
pull-ups, man. I started with 10 pull-ups,
Yeah.
Let's just put it like that. Actually 5, because pull-ups are hard.
Yeah. Same. Started with 3.
But with all of this stuff, the special sauce is always going to be consistency. If you don't do it consistently, you're not going to get to 1,000.
Right.
If you don't do it consistently, you're not going to get from 5 to 10. Never mind 1,000, right? So that's always going to be the secret sauce, is that consistency.
All right. Well, that's our hour, boys. Right on the money. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.